Good morning. Is everybody still sleeping this morning? It is Sunday. So welcome. And it's August 1st. So August, rabbit, let's bring in the good luck for this month. Hey, and welcome everybody. It is the Guru Mama. I'm here to give you the 411 of the Cosmic Highway and little input on what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, not only within the heavens, but within the world around us. So, and like to get in on some of the crazy gossip that's happening because, just sort of want to know, want to be in the know. That's what I want to do. So welcome everybody. And if you haven't gone to my YouTube page, please go and like and subscribe. I am at 135. Thank you for my 135 subscribers. So to subscribe, like, and get the notification bell that will let you know that, hey, I'm on. Let's turn on the YouTube. So like and subscribe. I'm trying. My goal is 1,000. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I remember when I first opened my Facebook page way back. I think it was 2012, maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, so it was way back. And I got it, and then seeing all these people get 1,000 people friends and 1,000. I'm just like, oh my God, I only got like 50 friends. But now we're thinking, now let's scroll back to that time. We're like, maybe it's better just to have the 50 friends than to have the 1,000 or 2,000 friends. Because at least with the 50 friends, you probably know them or have their acquaintances. But through our travels, we pick up a lot of people. So we pick up, especially when we look at our Facebook. So we look at our Facebook, we work at a job and we're friends with this one's friends with that one. Then we forget about, we might talk to them for that time we're at work, and then we move on to another job, and then we have other friends and we like them. And so it grows, right? And it grows into that, that big circle. But then we come back to the main circle. Who's in your main circle? And who are the go-to people? And that's very Aquarius. Aquariuses are unique people. And they're unique because they do have many circles. They have their close circle, who they have that is their core people. Then they have another circle that, they have, they can get along with those people. And then they go out, and it goes out and go out. A few of their friends may go from one circle to another circle. And many times Aquariuses have many different circles, like many different types of friends. And that's when you're looking at the expansion or the Aquarius energy, is that you end up having many different types of friends, many different types of groups, many different types of interests. And that's very Aquarius, because you're curious. You're wanting to get curious on different things. And that's very of the Aquarius energies. So having those choices. Now with the aspects, as I do my little segue, as the aspects come in, there is, some choices. But some of the things that you may want, you're not going to get. The universe is going to say, no, sorry, that's not it. So the choices aren't saying that when you get the no, and especially with the Mercury opposition to Saturn, and Saturn saying, no, that's not the way it's going to go. And he's in Aquarius. So he's like, I'm in my home, and that's nice that you would like that, but that doesn't mean you're going to get that. That means you might be trying for something and you're going to get a no. But that doesn't mean it's a no forever, but it's a no that this is not going to happen. But it's also opening up for a yes somewhere else. So if you're not accepting the no, and the no could be a little ouchy, could be a little, I really, really wanted that. Whether it could be a raise or a promotion, or maybe you're working on something within your life, and it is a no. It is a no that it does not fit into that other person's realm. You were trying to fit into something that just wasn't there. So you get the no. And this is where you have to come to what can I do instead? Looking at that and not focusing on the emotional ouch, because there is an emotional ouch that's going to come in with this. And you're going to get where many people, are you going to ask people, their opinion, or they're going to give you their opinion, and they're going to feel like they're right. It's not a time to argue. It's not a time to really and go after them. It's a time to say, okay, I get it. I see your perspective. And I was mentioning that this morning on my Instagram. I did an Instagram live during my walk this morning. And there was my neighbor's aunt, and she was telling me about how she's 92 and she's fully vaccinated. She's like, went out there, did it because the government said that's what you had to do. That's what she had to do to be safe. And for her perspective, everybody needs to be vaccinated. There should be a mandate and everybody should be forced to get vaccinations. And this is where, that's her opinion. That's her belief system. That's what she sees. That's the only thing that she sees is that. She hasn't expanded her view to look at other information or anything else. And that's where people can get held up. And this is where if you get that strong no, like this is not your way, that's their perspective. There's a whole other world out there. And if you want to stay in that perspective, well, that's your choice. You get the no. Okay. Say you want that job or you want that promotion and you got the no, then it's time to move up to somewhere else, right? Is it just me or do you have no volume on here? I have no idea. See, mute. Hello. Hello. Am I been talking and I have no volume? Go back on. Hello. I don't know. I have no idea. It's me. Because everything seems to be working on my end. Chrome is using your mic. Yeah, my mic's on. Janet heard everything I said. Raylene, it's you. We're going to upgrade your computer. My audio is great. Thank you, Janet. So this is where looking at other person's perspective, there's so many out there and it could get you, if you're going to fall in there, it could get you, where you're fighting up, you're barking up the wrong tree. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. And that's where the energies are. And as we're going into this week, this is going to be a week where you're going to find there's a lot of, craziness, right? And there's a lot of different perspectives out there. And the fear is coming in. We're seeing it. We're seeing in many different places. Australia called the army in to help with their new lockdown. The United States, there's landlords are getting a bailout, but there's thousands upon thousands of people that are going to be evicted in the United States by their landlords. So you're going to have landlords that are going to evict people even though they got the bailout. Now, being evicted in the States is a hell of a lot different than being evicted here in Canada. And in some places in the States, they have the squatters' rights. Squatters' rights don't really apply here unless it's after so many years and stuff. But there is the squatter rights in the States. So some can stay and squat and the landlord's still held accountable for everything. So it's going to be a little bit of a pile of a mess down there with everything. And then we have big corporations that are coming in and buying up communities of low-income communities and taking over those communities and renting them back and getting the bailout from the government. So we have all of this energy, right? And Saturn in Aquarius, and he's retrograde right now, is getting us to sort of start looking at where are your connections? Where are your structures? Where are you putting things together for in your life? Also, with Jupiter retrograding back into Aquarius at the same points that Mercury did, I mean, that's just enhancing whatever spell was cast last March in 2020 and enhancing it. So you're going to start seeing a repeat of a lot of the energies that were happening last year, but amplified. So there's going to be an amplification of information that's going to come in. And so this is where we start to look at, is this where we need to look? Is this where we need to go? We also have Venus in Virgo that wants to have some answers and wants to get clarity. She's opposite Neptune right now, and Neptune is going to be going retrograde. So Neptune is like, what kind of answers do you want? And are you going to get caught up in the illusion of it, or are you going to move to the higher realms of your road, of your perspective of saying, okay, I get it. I'm not going to get the raise. I'm not going to get that promotion. Fine. I can leave. There is an alternative to what you can do and where you want to go. Many can get stuck in that place of saying, oh my God, if I leave, what can I do? Blah, 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 blah. And I get stuck. Same in this, if you are being, and I've been evicted a few times, I'll have to say, not proud of it, but I have. You have a choice. You have a choice to pay the rent or not pay the rent. It's your choice. You don't have to pay the rent. You don't have to continue on with that job. But there's choices that are there. The ouch is there. And we can expect it after the Delta. Going, to 20. Because it is like there's a lot of strains that are going to come in. How many boosters and how many shots do you want to take? It's like the flu vaccine. But the flu vaccine is whether you want to take it or not. You don't have to take a flu vaccine. And this is taking over that of the flu vaccine, because you don't hear a huge push on that. So with that, and that's the whole thing, is that they're saying by 2023, you're not going to own anything and you're going to like it. Between 2023 and 2025. And by 2030, it'll be like a whole sort of completion, so they say. And you're going to get bombarded. This is the whole thing. You're going to get bombarded, and people are wanting to have the quick fix because the South Node Sag wants to have a quick fix, wants to get away, wants to not, I need to escape. I need to get away from, instead of coming back and dealing. And that's where Mercury is saying, well, you can't do it that way. Fine. Neptune says, okay, you want to escape? Here you go. But is that going to be long lasting for you? Is that going to give you the satisfaction? North Node Sag or North Node Gemini is one that is about cars and short trips, like ones with trains or a bike or a walk, not taking long distances. And the reason being, one, laws and rules are going to change so rapidly that you're going to wake up and all of a sudden a new law, a new rule comes in. They're going to be in Taurus and Scorpio. That's fixed energy, very fixed energy. And you step into our power at this time. We get a no, we get our gut, even our gut telling us, this isn't what we need to be doing. When you hold, this is what I've been talking about, the human design. When you start to listen to the body's going to say, or it's you're just going to get little nudges or knowingness, right? And you got to follow it. And your knowingness might say, this is not right for me. Even though you see thousands of people, millions of people going there and getting their donuts and their beer, and you're saying, that's not in my alignment right now. I need to go on a different road. This is my road. This is where I need to be focused on right now. And being focused on that road is going to help you to come into the energies that you need. August also brings us some really beautiful energy too. And August is the dedication month to the Sacred Heart of Mary and bringing in that feminine energy. And the month of August is dedicated to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And she is the one that brings in devotion and the incentive for love, the virtue of love, and bringing that in, and the love for one another, and especially for of her children and of her son. So bringing in that energy of the Sacred Heart of Mary, I'm just looking at the picture right now, is asking for us, and she is for bringing in the heart of love, the heart of mercy, ever listening, caring, and consoling to hear our prayer. So calling in the Divine Mother Mary is one that helps us to bring in the love and the mercy. When she appeared to the children, whether you believe in it or not, whatever the apparition, she brought in a lot of information that was where she said that if we do not follow our hearts or pray the rosary, and I'm going to say pray, because many of you aren't Catholic or pray rosaries and stuff. So if we do not follow our heart, we will be led astray. And those that will lead us astray are those, and she mentioned Russia and she mentioned China. And that was back at the turn, I think in the 1900s. I don't know exactly when she appeared. But when she appeared, Our Lady of Fatima appeared, she was saying that. So each appearance, even in Our Lady of Guadalupe, said very similar things. If we don't follow our heart and stand in our truth and our mercy and our love, we will be swayed by other things that aren't in alignment within our heart, that aren't in alignment with what is good for all humanity. And here we are having energy from the cosmos coming in and saying the same thing. I mean, they're not mentioning any particular countries, but they're mentioning how you need to stand in your truth. And with Mercury coming in and telling you, no, this is not the way, yet you still want to push that way, is going to find heartache. You're going to find misery. You're going to find where, no, it doesn't feel right for me. When you do get and you decide to do a certain thing, now I'll go back to when I decided not to pay my rent. First time I did that was with a landlord where did not want to fix a thing in my house and refused. And he refused, so I'd pay half the rent, and then he'd come in and fix it. He wouldn't fix any taps that broken. Dishwasher. He said it worked when I moved in, and I said it worked once, and then it broke down because it was all corroded, and he didn't want to fix that. Didn't want to fix the leaky basement that flooded. So back and forth. I had a choice to move, but I am a fixed sign, so it took me a lot to get out and move. Finally, when we came head to head, I moved. I moved to another landlord that seemed to want to do a lot of things, but was a little bit too hands-on, too possessive, too wanting to be in your face and come to my door all the time to say, oh, I just come to look at things or what have you, and wanting to snoop too much around the house. So I had one man, and who was he was bad. He was bad in a way to a point I was $25 short, and evicted me on the day that my daughter was giving birth to my grandson. And he didn't care. He didn't care. And he couldn't wait a week for me to get him the whatever, $25 or whatever it was that I owed him. And I cleaned the house. Anyways, but each one I had a choice. And each one there was a lesson to be learned, not only by me, but by him, to bring me to where I am now, where I'm in a home that I love. I'm in a home with fabulous landlords. When things break down, they want to fix it. We keep the yard up. We've always kept the yard up. My husband loves a clean yard. He's very stickler on that. But wanting to keep things, in harmony and peace. There was a lot of ouches along the way. There was a lot of crazy situations that happened in my life, from daughter getting pregnant to son having mental breakdowns, going in the psych ward, cars being demolished, deaths in the family, all kinds of crazy. Oh, my husband finding out that he had diabetes and that had to go through a crazy rigmarole with medicine. All of this, through all of it, through all of those ups and downs, there is choices to be made. And through those choices, you make the choices to the best of your knowledge at that time. Here, we're coming in with information, and choices are going to be made by people, but to the best of their knowledge. So Mercury comes in and says, get your knowledge. Neptune says, reach to higher heights, to what is best for you within the light and within your heart. Trust in your intuition on which way is right for you. And stand on your road with your confidence and your light and your beauty. And that will lead you to what you need to be doing. Through all whatever happened within the craziness of the chaos of my life, always stayed with my meditation, always stayed with my prayers. And I still showed up to do my work each and every day, because this, at the end of the day, is my calling. This, at the end of the day, is me standing in my spiritual self, wanting to help, being open to help others, to show them that, hey, there is a great road out here, but sometimes there's going to be some owies on there. Sometimes there's going to be some crazy bumps. Sometimes there's going to be some fucked up people and crazy situations. But in each of those moments, stand in your power, stand in your happiness and your love. And people are going to try and break you. People are going to try and push it down. They're going to try and block you. They're going to try and be assholes. But that's their realm. That doesn't have to be your realm. And that's where the power is. The power is you. You are the power. And standing in that with the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and standing and showing you that there is that within you, that there's something better, and you can't do the quick fix. If you're doing the quick fix, it's not going to give you what you need or what you want in the long run. So today is standing in your happiness. Yeah, you're going to get some no's, or you're going to get people who don't agree with you or don't like what you're doing or whatever it is. That's fine. Just step back and say thank you and walk into your direction, because they are the ones who are showing you the direction of where you need to go. Sometimes it's not what you want to hear at that time, but it's there for you to hear. So it's one of those days and heading into one of those weeks, and we're going to hear some real, crazy stories. We might be going through some crazy stories in our life. Know that you're going to be okay, and that you will get through it. It may feel fucked up, but there's a community out there. And that's one of the biggest things that I learned through everything that I went through, is that I have a very strong, beautiful community around me. And it's amazing how people show up that are totally unexpected. Some beautiful people show up, and they're only there to be there for that moment. They're there to lead you through that time, and then they're gone, but someone else shows up. This is the energy. You'll be walking along and somebody's there for you. And you go and they'll take you to that next destination. And then they have to go, but somebody else will come along. That's where the energy is. There is this community. There is this energy that wants to help you to move on to the next step and to the next step and to the next step. And sometimes you may not really realize those are the people that are there for you until they're gone, and then the next one shows up. And it's pretty fucking awesome when that happens. It happens more often than what you think, because maybe you just don't realize it. And it's there. And I know it within my own life where I've seen people show up and they're there. They came in my life in some crazy fucked up ways, through ghost walks, through following me on Instagram, or they heard a cry for help that I was moving and showed up, to all different types of ways that people have showed up in my life have been pretty crazy and wonderful. And some of them have gone on to different things in their life. Others are still very good friends of mine. I may not see them every day, but they're very close and dear to my heart. And we talk every once in a while. So it's there. It's there. So understand that the no that you get is a no that's closing a door that you don't need to go down anyways. There's something better for you. And it might be an ouch and it might be fucked up at the time, but it's leading you. All of those things that happened led me to where I am now. And thank God, because I'm so happy I'm not in any of those homes, not in any of those situations, that I am somewhere better. And this is where this is created. This is where this road. Yeah, the world is going to get crazier. There's going to be more coming out. Yes, there is going to be more lockdowns here, there, crazy mandates put down all over the place. But that's not for you to give up. That's for you to say, all right, I get it. I'm going to continue on. There's going to be ways of getting around it and moving forward. Really, there is. We've gotten this far. So it's to continue, get the information you need on everything. Weigh out both sides, finding your truth and which way feels. Listen to your body. Your body never, ever, ever, ever lies. And if you're going to take the Journey Club in September, we go through that. We talk about that over and over again, that the body never lies. Your body's always giving you information. And so if you trust in what your body is saying, it's going to lead you the right way. But many times we ignore what our body says. So it's just, we're told our body is stupid, but it's not. It's not stupid. So my loves, today, my long weekend special is still on. So if you are interested in a mini reading, it's $25. I record it and I send it to you. There's no appointments necessary. And you will get, if you order yours today, you will get it later on this afternoon to this evening. So you'll get it today. Fight the good fight, my mom used to say. Yes, fight the good fight, Dana. It is. It's exactly it. And there's just crazy shit coming up right now. And I know. And my heart goes out to some of the craziness that's happening in the States and stuff too. Janet, DM me, Janet. Okay. I'll put Janet down here. And put your name down here. Janet, I use your date of birth. And if you have your place and date, send it to me so I can pull up your natal chart. If you don't have it, that's okay. A lot of people don't have their time, but if you do, if you have your time and date of birth, and place. I need to know where you're born. Awesome. And I can pull up your natal chart and take a look at what the shenanigans of the planets are doing to you, helping you along your road. Assess. No time, but I wish I did. So that's fine as long as I get your date of birth and I can look things. I can still sort of look, because certain planets aren't going to move. Certain planets are still going to be where they're going to be on the day you're born, like Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter, and because they're very slow moving planets. So, and it's $25. And so you can e-transfer the Guru Mama at gmail.com or PayPal. So either or. It's up there on my Facebook wall also. So everyone, definitely have a fabulous day, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Blessed be everybody, and thank you, and have a fabulous day. Stand in your power, people. We're going to be needing it more than ever. So bring in that light. It's August. So rabbit, blessed be.